Unfortunately, one of the frequent things you see when you just YouTube search Philadelphia is images of people in the Kensington section of Philadelphia, um, just kind of walking around um, on uh, their addiction, like people who are barely standing up or slumped over. Um, kind of like zombies. Some of the video titles call them zombies, um, and so I think it is a real tragedy, and so not to make light of it, but just kind of want to talk about like how Kensington got there in the first place. So Kensington historically has been um, a is the area of Philadelphia with one of the most highest concentrations, if not the highest concentration, of textile factories and other factories. There was also a large shipyard building all sorts of ships, even military ships, and it was called Cramp Shipyard. And then the majority of the factories in the area were textile factories. So um, and Philadelphia in general was a huge manufacturing city. So Philadelphia manufacturing companies, like again textiles, one of the larger sectors of manufacturing, but also shipbuilding. They built locomotives. They built rail cars. The Stetson Hat Company started in Philadelphia, I think in Kensington or near Kensington. And also they made different hardware, tools, saws, machining tools. They made hosiery, pharmaceuticals, all sorts of things were being made in Philadelphia between the like mid 1840 to about 1950. So the manufacturing really started declining after 1920, but got a little boost from World War II. But after 1950, it continued declining until manufacturing became not as significant a part of the local economy or the part of the economy of the United States as a whole. All of the U.S. Experienced a decline in manufacturing, but in Kensington, particularly because it had such a high concentration of factories, when those closed, it significantly impacted the local economy. So that meant when the factories closed, the jobs left. People who could afford to leave left, perhaps into the suburbs or other parts of the city. But yes, that during the time of manufacturing decline was also the time of suburbanization, the building up of the suburbs and people moving out to them if they had means, had I guess the GI Bill, the Federal Fair Housing Act, home loans at low interest rates. That was afforded to primarily white families. And when those people left, many people from recent Puerto Rican immigrants moved in, as well as black residents moved into Kensington. But they moved in, but the jobs were no longer there. So high unemployment, which brings, of course, things associated with high unemployment, poverty, crime, and then because of all the prevalence of abandoned factory buildings, it presented an ideal location to sell drugs and to use drugs in private, like in the abandoned factory buildings, and then just the economically depressed environment led to more just abandoned houses as well. So a lot of abandoned buildings, factories, houses where drugs could be sold, stored, and used, and as well as other drug-related activity. And due to some folks will say that um, part of the reason Kensington became the way it is, on top of that, it was intentional in terms of doing police enforcement of drug crimes, uh, more so on the outside of Kensington to keep drug sales and use in Kensington to not let it bleed out elsewhere. So they enforced policing outside of Kensington, but were more lax in Kensington. And then due to zoning laws, because it was historically an industrial area, it was zoned as an industrial area, so that prevented uh, the building of like recovery centers or affordable housing. So all sorts of different things combined to uh, make Kensington what it is. Uh, the area at Kensington closer to Fishtown. So Fishtown is like the hipstery area of Philadelphia with the bars, restaurants, young people. So the part of Kensington closer to there is also gentrified or gentrifying, but the area of Kensington Avenue, particularly around the Kensington and Allegheny intersection area, and the SEPTA elevated SEPTA L train stops in that area still attracts drug users, and you'll find a lot of drug needles. So I talk about this like I haven't spent much time myself just walking around Kensington, but I did. What was that like? 10, 12 years ago, I had a job through a staffing company where the staffing company office was in Kensington. So I forget if I had to park somewhere else, but I walked on Kensington Avenue into Lehigh. So I did walk that area. So I guess that's not in the throes of the drug activity, but that's in the Kensington area and near it. That's to the extent that I know Kensington like in real life in person, but I just did a little research into the history of it, and yeah, so it's sad, and so you don't want to price everybody out. You want to get the people that need help, and it's just really unfortunate that the area was just kind of ignored. Um, but I don't know. So they're like this administration, the mayoral administration, is trying to do something, but like some might say, all they're doing is kind of like getting rid of the homeless encampment, just kind of spreading the homelessness and elsewhere in the city. But yeah, I guess it's doing something. I hear that still. I haven't been again in Kensington, just walking around, but from what I understand, the problem just didn't just go away like that. So, but hopefully we'll figure something out.